Hi all, Bill Greenberg with PhoneScholar.com. Today is Tuesday, July 27th, 2010, and for those of you who follow me regularly, you might know I'm getting a little scruffy, and I do have to apologize, but there's a principal thing here involved. My wife bought me, I used to use the disposable razors, my wife bought me one of those real expensive Chic Quattro or Mach 3s or something that costs like, I don't know, 100 bucks, whatever it is, and I can't find it. So from a principal thing, I don't know if I'm too cheap or it's just a principal thing. I'm not going out and get another one until I find that one. It's somewhere here in the house. So I'll find it, I'll shave, and I'll look better for you, I promise you. Okay, here's a summary of what's on the website today. Not a whole lot, but let's go. Apple loses bid to criminalize iPhone jailbreaking. For those of you, almost every single friend that I have has jailbroken their iPhone and put on apps that they're basically not supposed to have according to Apple. But basically, the federal ruling has said that jailbreaking is innocuous at worst, beneficial at best. And for those of you who don't know, jailbreaking basically is hacking a phone to install unauthorized apps on the smartphone. And the whole thing is Apple was trying to get the fact that it's copyright infringement, but since the companies are offering these apps but not through Apple or iTunes, it's really no copyright because you're not exactly taking somebody else's property and using it for your own gain. They're offering it to you, they just are not offering it to you through the iTunes, and that's what Apple has a problem with, because then they don't get a piece of the action there. Plus the fact that if you're using it for your own personal gain, I think most of these companies really don't care. So basically the concept is if you have an iPhone and you want to customize it to yourself, go for it. There's hundreds of jailbreaking websites that you can go to get this. Just put on jailbreaking or iPhone jailbreaking and you'll see what it is. Some of them you pay for, some of them you don't. So take a look at that. AT&T Android phones, which to get. Now we all know that the Android and AT&T haven't exactly been the most popular place to get Android phones. Most of them have gone to Verizon, and especially T-Mobile has got a number of Android phones, so AT&T. Plus the fact that AT&T tends to lock down the devices, which is way against Android whole philosophy, of the open format. So that's, I think, one of the reasons why you haven't been. Now, AT&T has said they've committed to many, many more Android phones in the future, and hopefully they'll get it done. But basically, the article shows which are the top three, and of course, it's going to start off with the Captivate, the Aria, and then the Backflip. And the concept is that if you really want to go for one, go for the Captivate. The Aria is a great phone. It has a lot of features to it, but they recommend if you can afford the 70 bucks extra, go to the Captivate. And to be honest with you, they say with the Backflip, unless money is an absolute issue, price is an absolute issue, go with one of the other two because it's just not worth it. But check out the article. If you are locked into AT&T, you don't want to have to get the iPhone, and you want an Android phone, it gives you a real good picture of which way to go. So check that out. Then lastly, federal lawsuit claims Apple's iPad overheats in minutes. And basically, since Apple hasn't been sued in the last 5 minutes, here's another. Actually, this was done last week. And of course, guess what state the lawsuit comes from? That's right, my state, California. It comes from Oakland, California, which is so happy it's sick. But basically, there's the three main complainants who are trying to turn this into a class action lawsuit, get class action status. They claim it shuts down in direct sunlight and that it overheats first and then shuts itself off, which actually has been a complaint since pretty much day one, that if you do take it in direct sunlight, it really does overheat pretty badly. And there really haven't been any fixes to address this as far as I can tell. Basically, the three complainants are claiming fraud and deceptive advertising, unfair business practices by making, marketing, and selling allegedly defective tablets. And then the complainants go on to say that they were duped because Apple has advertises as easy as a book, and they're saying, well, I can take a book to the beach, but I can't take this to the beach. So let's see what happens. Let's see what's going on there. Seeking certain damages. If it gets to a class action, that'll be another interesting turn. So keep an eye out for this. Anything updated, I'll get right on that. Under categories, Sprint. Sprint expands next mail voice messaging to all devices. It used to only be for the Direct Connect only Nextel devices. But they've expanded to it, and for those of you who don't know what Nextmail is, it's pretty cool. You can send out a message via email or through text messaging to up to 50 addresses at once. So it's really cool for businesses, stuff like that. So take a look at it. It is a little bit expensive. It's $7.50 a month. And then there's also a pro version which uses GPS tracking and other stuff for $20 a month. So it's mostly a business application, but if you have any interest, go ahead and check out the article. And then under the prepaid category, Walmart expands Straight Talk prepaid to service prepaid service to include AT&T network. Formerly it was only on the Verizon network. Verizon has added almost 1 million people through this system. It's run by TracFone, which is the largest prepaid service in America, so it's a great service. AT&T said their phones will be available for it soon. So for those of you looking for a very inexpensive way to get a cell phone, you can get this through Walmart exclusively, called Straight Talk. It's a great thing. That's all I got for today. To see the entire articles of all these, go to www.phonescholar.com. I promise you I will shave soon, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day.